Hey, yo, Jay, can we get some ratchet one time?
Look, I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and really you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the stop, I don't wanna speak. Talking all that good, so I just hit you with the plays. Running up the score like Tyreek, I'm going deep. Watch me how I'm saucing, I be spreading it with ease. You gon' see the peace, you gon' see the flex when you hear these writtens. Trust me, you know the difference. I got a long ways to climb before you see a slippage. I see the process and the journey I'm supposed to be, but perplexed, cause I don't really see nobody close to me. Hopefully this ain't wasted, and I know it ain't. You gotta take the time for seasoning to marinate. You need the patience under pressure just to detonate. I'm trying to blow up and these heathens need to get it straight. Gifted with a vision and precision, I'm just trying to make it high key. Might be breaking free like I was Zion in some Nikes. Tucked at the crib, bro, you know just where to find me. Making beats and spitting crack verses pretty likely. Yeah, socks with the burst, boy, I ain't changed a bit. Normal guy till I die, you know what it is. You probably thought I'd give up now that I got some kids, but really now I got these arrows aiming at your ribs. I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and really you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the stop, I don't wanna speak. Talking all that good, so I just hit you with the plays. Running up the score like Tyreek, I'm going deep. Watch me how I'm saucing, I be spreading it with ease. You gon' see the peas. Hey, please be on the notice, these my motives. Bought my chicken and it's rotis. You parsimonious, you take it all cause you a locust. My focus is to grow this mission. A visionary, get a dictionary. We here off the ribbon, we ain't sharing, we just caring. Let me speak it to the manager. We damage her, no you ain't messing with an amateur. I'm ramming, the competition, they ain't standing up. They fanning from left to right cause now they branded us.
Now who that is?
Mike Jones, they ain't want me now, they all on me. Got counterfeits trying to play me, I guess they thinking I'm Sony. These big head dummies showing up and out of their character. Homie, you need a price cause without it the squad ain't hearing you. Top of that, we ain't fearing it. We swinging for the fences with the sting of a left hook that connects with Sonny Liston. I'm dismissing any and all of the disrespect. Nonetheless, it ain't a threat, I'm just letting y'all know who's next. I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and really you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the start, I don't wanna speak. Talking all that good, so I just hit you with the plays. Running up the score like Tyreek, I'm going deep. Watch me how I'm saucing, I be spreading it with ease. You gon' see the peas, you gon' see the...
Oh, I tell her get low, gon' rock with me. You gon' mess around now and get a shopping spree. I'm now in your possession like apostrophe. Oh, enough with all the talking, I just told her say less and do more. Do more, do more, do more. Oh, I tell her do more, do more, do more, do more. Go ahead, set the mood right, dirty like a food fight. You been working all day, load it up in 2 nights. Do more, do more, do more, do more. Oh, I tell her. And she gon' work that round. I'ma mess around and drown when she drop that down. Now my phone be blowing up, I like not right now. Oh, I swear that she in next the way she work that mouth. Whoa, automatic cause she move, she be cousin static. I be straight up like an addict, might be coming at it. Now I gotta have it, had enough with all the moves, yeah, move here. Ooh, let me grab it now, I'm on 1 year. Now I'm not done yet, told her wait right here. I'll be back 1 sec, this is just time out, this is not no way. Go and grab that friend, and you know what's next, stay. You been rockin' with an all-star, baby, and I know you coming early like a false start, baby. Packing out the seat, this ain't no hostile, baby, and they know me in the city like a mob star. I tell her get low, gon' rock with me. You gon' mess around now and get a shopping spree. I'm now in your possession like apostrophe. Oh, enough with all the talking, I just told her say less and do more, do more, do more, do more. Oh, I tell her do more, do more, do more, do more. Go ahead, set the mood right, dirty like a food fight. You been working all day, load it up in 2 nights. Do more, do more, do more, do more. Oh, I tell her.
Yeah. Head up in the clouds, dog, they saying I look stressed. I've been feeling down, pray to God that I'm up next. Remember when she blew me off, that's why I can't text. Now she call me petty, but I swear I can't forget. This ain't a test, now they saying that I ball like Jerry West. Coming back for what is mine, can't take no less. I said go and take a shot, so I need your best. And stop the threats, don't know what is in me. I don't got time, I'm not giving the energy. Too many people around me, I'm finicky. I do not mess with you, dog, you're not kidding me. You don't got way too close, I been up at the top now, so they all wait for the landslide. I seen too many people that switched up, whose man's high. Through it all, I stay the same, I swear to God, I can't lie. Been down so damn low that I came up for my life. They talk way too much on the internet, it's not real life. I swear my fam waiting, I can't lose, and I'm still right. Still right, I swear that I'm working them up till like midnight. It's real life, I got a time and I'm coming to get mine. In time, I cannot lose and I'm coming right inside. I'm in my, yeah.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Ayy, on the road, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming, I'm a landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command like. Yeah, you about to see me on demand like. You know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't ever going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Ayy, on the road, here we go. Yeah, at the top of the class on a roll. Ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Yeah, on the road, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Ayy, on the road, here we go. Yeah, at the top of the class on a roll. Ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Yeah, on the road, here we go. Here we go. On the road, here we go.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles live stream every single weekday right here at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And Mafia, whoo, baby, what a washer machine today was with that big pump to the upside, a big dump to the downside, a slow creep up, and now we're getting a little bit more of a pullback. Guys, what the heck is going on? What is causing this pump and dump, and what are we looking for next here? Coming out of Bitcoin, are we finally going to get the push into $70,000 to $74,000, or are the market makers going to make retail pay for just a little bit longer? We're going to be going over all of that stuff in today's live stream, guys. I'm going to let you know kind of what I'm expecting next here on Bitcoin. And what we were looking at yesterday on the live stream to anticipate this potential push to the upside, there were actually a few different things that we were looking at, and we did wind up getting that push up. So I want to look at kind of what we were looking at to predict that move. look at that move actually happening, and then kind of what we could look for coming up next here, as we do have some interesting things popping up on the chart, potentially calling for a little pullback. But there are also some things looking up, guys. We are not all bearish here. Not liquidation wick. Shout out to Gene Lee. Yeah, absolutely, bro. I'm going to talk about exactly why we saw that big pump and dump. It had there was a lot of liquidations on the shorts. If you guys saw my market update earlier today, you will know we did talk about the liquidations on the shorts and then the liquidations on the long. Everybody FOMOs long, and then price comes down and liquidates those longs. It's an absolute washing machine out there. So we're going to talk about that in just a second, guys. But yeah, shout out to Gene Lee, says liquidation wick 100%, bro. Let's see. Shout out to Runners for Nerds, says poll shows everybody is mixed. So next stop for Bitcoin, all up from here, all-time highs incoming about 30%. Yeah, almost. Pretty even split here. I don't know. Nobody knows. Shout out to the 23% of you guys who know the truth. Shout out to everybody who said sideways between 60 to 65K for weeks. Yikes, I really hope that's not the case, but it could be, guys. Are we going to 200K finally? Shout out to Giancarlo. Shout out to you, bro. We're going to talk about a potential move to the upside here. I'm going to cover the bullish and the bearish case, guys, because as you know, we have kind of, last week we were looking for a very specific, we had a very specific trading plan looking to come down to $57,000 to $58,000. I want to talk about, is that still in play? And then on Friday, we kind of not switched our trading plan, but we were open to changing our trading plan as we saw those bullish confirmations. And thank God we did, guys. This is why you have to be able to change your actual trading plan, because, ever since Friday, we were leaning a little bit more bullish for a continuation up, starting to lock in profits on those shorts and be a little bit more greedy with the longs. I am still holding my long from the low here at $59,000. Shout out to the premium Discord, but and anybody in the dining room as well. But we changed, kind of said we may have to change our trading plan here if we do see that money flow continue up and get the, you guys can't see my screen. I'm thinking you can see my screen. But yeah, looking for that money flow to keep pushing us to the upside. And good thing we changed our plan there, guys, because you don't just want to, keep your fingers crossed and hope for something to play out because that's what you think is going to happen. You have to take that new information in to change your plan according to what you're getting on price action here. So let's see. Long right now, brother. Shout out to All About Pain. Shout out to you, bro. Hopefully we don't have to feel any pain in that long. Shout out to you. And I want to talk about, just so you guys know, I am long from $59,000, with the CandleMafia here. But, is this a good time to enter along? I'll talk about that in just a second. Sick hat, bro. Shout out to Jay. Well, shout out to Jay. You can check out FrankieCandlesTrading.com if you want to get one of these hats of your own. Or smash that like button if you get 550 likes on this live stream, guys. We will be giving away 3 of these Frankie Candles hats on Friday's live stream. Let's see. Shout out to Lucho in the chat. What is going on, bro? We got Elite Way ZZ. Good to see you guys. It's good to see you guys in the chat. Shout out to the mods, guys. You know who they are. Show them some love in the chat. We got Rob the Crypto Stock, Crypto Billy, Crypto Anon, Tyler Durden. Shout out to Tyler Durden. What is going on? Drop some no pain, no gain, baby. Absolutely curious. Shout out to you, man. But guys, we got a lot to look at today, so let's go ahead and jump on into the charts. And I apologize if the energy is off, guys. I am exhausted right now. I don't know why. I was up late last night on the charts. Speaking of that, we did, as you guys know, yesterday on the live stream, I did take a short position here on the live stream last night, which did wind up playing out very, very nicely, at least for a little bit. Now, I did not necessarily get wrecked on that. I actually got stopped out for a very, basically at break even for a very tiny loss. Did take a stab at this. As you guys know, last night on the live stream, what we were kind of looking at here was the liquidity sitting above this $66,500 level, and we did wind up getting a wick above that level and a candle closure below, giving us that swing failure pattern. And I actually did take this live on the stream last night. Not only did we have the swing failure pattern, but we also had that bearish divergence here printing on the 15-minute, all these lower time frames. We also had it here on the 30-minute. This is what I was looking at to take that position. And I did kind of enter this aggressively on the live stream because I was not looking at all the things that I look at as I was live with you guys. But I did take a stab at this, and it actually wound up playing out pretty well. This was something we were looking for in the premium Discord. Did wind up putting that in there, wound up playing out very nicely here. But I did hold this. I did not take any profits on this. It was up a little over $1,000 last night while I was laying in bed, dropping that update at 2:07 in the morning to the Mafia. Short played out nicely here, Mafia. Stop loss at the entry for a risk-free trade, and a risk-free trade that was. getting stopped out at break even, guys. So yeah, not really too worried about that because we did know back to sleep. Okay, now back to sleep. Yeah. Probably shouldn't have been up at 2 a.m. last night. Probably why I'm exhausted right now. But we got to keep the Mafia updated, guys, no matter what hour of the night or morning it is. But yeah, took that nice little scalp on the live stream last night. Played out very nicely. Then got stopped out in profit, or I'm sorry, at break even. Actually, paid $50, I guess, in fees or whatever. But basically got stopped out at break even there. But that's what we were looking at on the live stream last night. But we were also looking over here at the liquidation heat maps, guys, understanding that we had the liquidity sitting up here at about above 66.5. We still had this. Let me actually pull up a little bit of a lower time frame. Pull up that 1 month here. Bada boom, bada bing. Come on, baby, run it. There we go, right? So, we came up, tapped into that liquidity slightly with the bearish divergence for a scalp position, right? Now, as I've been saying with the shorts, guys, I am being a little bit more conservative, right? Like not holding, even if I'm not taking profits, I am moving my stop loss to break even, being conservative with the shorts, more greedy with the longs, still holding the long from down here at $59,000. Yeah, $59,000, still holding that long as well, so that is still in profit here, as you guys saw in the market update earlier. However, guys, we did still have some of this liquidity sitting up here, making this somewhat suspicious. Now, this was a little bit confusing because, as you guys know, on the live stream, we pulled up the Bitcoin USDT chart, and the Bitcoin BTC USDT Bybit chart did get that big wick with that big flush of liquidity. So we kind of did see the exact thing I was looking at you take that short position on the USDT chart, but we did not get it. Watch this wick. We did not get it on the USD chart, right? So we did still have a lot of that liquidity sitting above, and what happens, right? We know that liquidity does act as a magnet for price, and then we get that big push to the upside, liquidating all those shorts, getting that big push to the upside, and then and we were looking at this on the order flow chart, as we wound up getting that push up, you can see we got a lot of liquidations here with these of the shorts showing with these green rect bubbles showing you all those shorts getting liquidated, and then you can see all of these longs opening up here. Now I'm not gonna stick on this chart for too long. We looked at more of this in the premium Discord, but this is a footprint chart, guys. But just in general, what happened here was we got a big push to the upside based off the actual shorts getting wrecked, right? This was a short squeeze to the upside, and then on that push to the upside, as I was just showing you, we had a lot of longs opening, which does what, right? It puts that liquidity down below. Just like people who are shorting here, their liquidity lies above. We come out, we wreck those shorts, or stop my short out at break even because I manage my risk. I don't get wrecked, guys. Well, I do get wrecked sometimes, but I'm not a perfect trader. But in this case, did get stopped out for a small or at break even for a tiny little loss. But we are retail too, right? We get stopped out too. Frankie Candles doesn't win 100% of the trades. Just to be clear, right? Nobody can, but. We get those shorts to get wrecked on the way up, and then on that push to the upside, guys, we get those longs coming in, putting that liquidity down below, as you know, right? Above this high, a lot of liquidity. Start breaking above that, liquidation happens. You get that big push to the upside. On the big push, all that liquidity from the longs entering comes down below, and then when price gets pushed back down, boom, you get those longs wrecked. So very simply put, guys, this move up was shorts wrecked, longs wrecked, right? And that was just a big whipsaw, just absolutely wrecked. And now we are just kind of meandering around here. The question is, what is going to happen next? Now, I will point this out, right? Kind of what I was looking at here on the USDT chart on Bybit. Let's pull that up. BTC USDT on the Bybit chart. Right here, right? We looked for that the liquidation wick with the bearish divergence, got the little pullback, but then we went and took that extra liquidity sitting above. Now, the interesting thing here is, guys, are we going to get a pullback here? And again, I am being very, very conservative with my trades right now. As you know, we've been crushing it in the premium Discord, but there were very clear setups. Right now, things are obviously very, very, very sketchy, right? So you got to be really careful. I am not forcing any trades right now, but I will say this, right? Just like we had this big wick to the upside with the bearish divergence, potentially calling for the pullback, this is kind of a similar situation, but on higher time frames, right? We have the liquidation wick on top of the bearish divergences, and we are starting to print those bear divs. Now, just because we have bear divs does not mean that we can't continue up. And I'm going to go over the bullish case as well. And then also, remind me, Mafia, I have to make an announcement about the dining room because I made a mistake talking about the dining room, which is our freemium Discord, where it's kind of like a free trial to the premium Discord. But I think I may have caused some confusion on how to get in there, and it's my fault, so I got to clear that up. But first, let's continue on with this price action. We're getting a little bit of a bearish divergence here on the 4-hour. This is indicative of a potential pullback. Now, money flow is coming up, so that is a good sign in the long run. But we have come up and hit really key levels of resistance, right? Not only did we take that liquidity, the rest of the liquidity sitting above this previous high here, we have also come up above these right here, these equal highs that we have right about here, right? I'm going to kind of mark this out, right? A lot of times when you miss a short, a lot of people will wait for the drop down and enter on a retest. Enter in on a retest, also putting a lot of liquidity above that level, right? So we've also kind of swung failed this level as well. I'll try to extend this all the way. Try to extend this all the way to the current price action here. Come on. There. Oh, come on. What are we doing here? Don't troll me, TradingView. There we go. Right. So we kind of swung failed that level. We took the liquidity out from this level. And when you come up to the higher time frames, we kind of got those nice SFPs here, right? Like on the 8-hour, we whipped above. And that could be a sign of a potential pullback. Now, not only are we getting the 4-hour bear div, right? Now, again, I'm not calling for zero. Not calling for zero, guys. This is a pretty strong uptrend, right? Trend is your friend until the end. But for pullbacks, 4-hour bear div, right? Not only that, but we're starting to get some lower time frame divergences here with the higher highs on our price action, lower highs on our momentum waves with money flow coming into the red. Remember this, on the 30-minute, we got the money flow crossing over into the red. What am I going to look at, guys? I know someone in the chat knows exactly what I'm going to pull up right now, but that money flow crossing into the red on the 30-minute, 4-hour bearish divergence. If we creep up to these higher hourly time frames, we also have what we were looking at yesterday, which was potential, actually not on the 8-hour, on the 12-hour, potential higher highs on our price action, especially to the wicks here, higher highs on our price action with potential lower highs on our momentum waves, giving us that bearish divergence on the 12-hour, right? This could be, again, another sign for a pullback. Now, again, as we talked about yesterday, if you guys remember, I showed this clip in the market update. If we pull up Lux Algo here on the daily time frame, one of the reasons why we were looking for this next push up, not only did we have the unfinished business up here with that extra liquidity sitting above, but we also had the bullish change of character. And if you guys remember, this bullish change of character is where you start to look at the market. You look for lackluster, pushes to the downside to put in potential higher lows and then break structure to the upside. And this is exactly what we looked at on the live stream yesterday, saying, hey, if you're looking at this as far as market structure, because again, if you guys remember, let me see if I can pull this up from the premium. If you guys remember kind of my overall plan here, as we have been calling like almost every single top recently, sniping this move down, that move up, this move down. Let me pull up the actual picture that I'm talking about right here, right? Ever since we got this original pullback from 66,350, we got that big drop down. We looked for the retracement back up to 64.4, and then a move down to the POC. And really what I wanted to see was a push down to 57 to 58K. But as we bounced off this POC, which again was a setup in the dining room and the premium Discord, as we got that bounce, guys, I decided that our plan may have to change based off of very specific things. One of the big things was this change of character, right? We came down. We came to tap some very key levels of support, which were, let me pull up, I don't know why I am on the, that's the USDT chart. Let me go ahead and hide some of this stuff. Not only did we have the bullish change of character, let me hide that monthly naked point of control. We have the bullish change of character here. We also had come down to our macro value area low, which was also for the long position. The setup was really to look for the bounce off this POC / monthly level, right? So we came down to a high time frame support level with bullish divergences, right? Amongst other things, we had money flow coming up, and we have this bullish change of character. And really a big thing here was not only was it a monthly level, but really, macro value area low. We come down, we put in the bull divs, lower lows on your price action. I mean, this is on the daily here, lower lows on your price action, higher lows on your Lux Algo oscillator matrix. And this is where we took the long, right? And as we got that bounce up, we say, hey, we do have the bullish change of character, which makes you look for those higher lows for a continuation up. And what you would expect here next would be a break of structure to the upside. And I even said in the live stream last night, if we do get that, then Lux Algo will print that break of structure. And there it is in all of its glory, guys. This is just simple market structure, right? Change of character, lackluster pullback for a higher low, and a continuation up. This is what you would expect. This was a big reason. On top of the money flow, on the 90-minute with the daily green dot, amongst many other things that we were looking at, makes you change that kind of sentiment for a potential pushback to the upside. But now, we are starting to see those signs of a potential cool-off. By the way, shout out to Lux Algo, channel sponsor. If you guys want to check them out, link in the description down below. But just looking at this, guys, if we start printing those bearish divergences on the 8-hour as well as, or not the 8-hour, the 12-hour, we may get it on the 8-hour as well. At least on Market Cypher, we could probably get it on the 8-hour here still. Yeah, higher highs on your price action, right? And again, you sweep the liquidity with the bear divs. Lower highs on your momentum waves. So once we get that 8-hour red dot, this is going to be a way that we could kind of front run that divergence on the 12-hour. That 8-hour will likely print first. But again, if I do take a position up here, I will be looking at it as a lackluster retracement. Again, back to that, back to the market structure here on the daily at least, right? If we come down, we will still be looking for that trend to potentially continue. But we are right now, guys, at the most important level of resistance. This is the level. This is the level. If we get above this, this is where we could, there's not much above us. Once we get above this POC, there is not much above us into that value area high at about $70,000. And when we get to that $70,000 value area high, if we're able to, remember, all that liquidity is sitting above $70,000. Where are we here? Where are we here? Come on. Got to come to a higher time frame. Bear with me here, guys. Bear with me here. Pull up the 6-month and run it. Come on. There it is. All that liquidity sitting above $70,000. This could be what pushes us out and gives us that little breakout or big breakout above this macro range. Let's not forget that we have this macro range here, right? This is, again, hold the value area low. This keeps the door open to that POC. Another thing we looked at yesterday, just simple laws of the volume profile. This range has been absolutely insane. Deviate below the low, get above the low, flip it to support, back to the POC, back to the high. Deviate above the high, this is your expensive asset. You look to short it back into the range, get stuck under the value area high. Next likely place for price to go is the POC and then the value area low. Deviate below, cheap asset, look for the longs, back to the POC, back to the high, reject from the high, back to the POC, back to the low, deviation, back to the value area low. Then we faked out. Doesn't happen 100% of the time, although it is very, very reliable. It is not 100% of the time. But then again, we have the long here in the premium Discord from 54K, back to the low, flip the low, back to the POC, back to the low. As long as we stay above this value area low, guys, the doorway to the POC remained open. And here we are sitting at that exact level. So you have the breakage structure, you have the value area, laws of the volume profile on your side, looking for that POC. But again, this is key resistance, guys, because as I was talking about in the market update, there's two kind of major contexts that I'm looking at, right? Let me hide this time point of control so we don't get confused, right? Value area low, POC, value area high. In terms of the volume profile, you would be expecting hold the lows to the POC, eventually flip the POC and come to the high. But we have to remember, guys, the volume profiles, again, although it plays out a lot of the time where you just go to the POC, flip the POC, go to the high, right? It happens a lot. It plays out a lot, whether you're looking at the 5-minute, the weekly, the daily, no matter what, right? But oftentimes, once you come up to the POC, it is a journey. Sometimes, like even here, you came up almost to the POC and then you came all the way back down to the low. But as long as you hold this value area low, sitting at 60,400, this is going to be a long every single time. Again, just like that long we took in the freemium Discord and the premium Discord. Just happened to be that trade was in the post that we put last week. But that's a long every time with bullish confirmations. You hit the value area low, bullish divergences, move back up, especially with the way money flow is looking. So, but it is going to be a journey. So we could potentially reject here, right? But as long as you remain in this range, you could look for higher lows and moves back to the upside, right? So if we pull back, if we get the pullback based off these bearish divergences that we're starting to see, I will be looking, right? This level right here is, 63,500. Let me pull up the local context here, the 67K range, right? So key levels here. Actually, let's talk about the key level of resistance first, right? Because you have the main range POC, but we also have this 67K range POC as well, right? Giving us this kind of zone of resistance right here, right? Sitting between about 67.4, 67.5, and 66, almost 67K, 66.9. This is the key level, right? Because once we break above this, in my opinion, there is not much above us other than this value area high at 68.6. to get us to that value area high. There's not much more above us, but this is strong resistance. We also just rejected a monthly naked point of control, which is a very, very key level of resistance, guys. Strong level of resistance, I should say, right? We came up, we tapped it, and that is the actual level that we are rejecting from right now after that big liquidation wick, right? Come up here, liquidate everybody into the key levels of resistance, and then we get the bearish divergences. Are we going to get the pullback? And is that pullback going to be bigger, right? It could potentially be a little bit bigger. So, but again, I will be treating the shorts as scalps with a potential possibility of it playing out in a bigger way, right? Maybe a little scalp down to, let me hide this monthly naked point of control. But yeah, let me talk about kind of how far we could pull back if it's going to be local, right? So we'll pull from the high to the low here, right? So this zone, anchored VWAP from the high of this overall range, right? From the top of this macro range, anchored VWAP of all these candles, pulling through right on this golden pocket 786. 64,286 down to about, 64,286 down to 63,281. This is going to be a very, very big level of support, right, on the way down, right? Maybe we go down for that golden pocket retracement. You can see this is also confluent with this local value area high. Let me make that blue for support. Bada boom. And then you have the POC, anchored VWAP, and the 786 all down here. These are the two big levels of support, right? Because if we are going to get a cool off, that would be the local fib that I would be looking at, right? I mean, I guess you could look at like super hyper local fibs, like from here to here, right? But assuming that it's a little bit more of a pullback, I would be looking to come down here, right? Maybe we get a little bit of a pullback, right? And then if we hold these levels, we could then get above the POC and then or take another stab at getting above that POC into the value area high. Now, again, I will be treating these as scalps. If I take a position up here, I will be treating it as a scalp, taking profit along the way. But if we start to see like a big breakdown for whatever reason, right? And we're going to talk about the bearish case in a minute. If we see that big breakdown towards 57 to 58K, then I will let that hit me by surprise, right? Why is that, right? Right now, again, money flow on a lot of these time frames, at least on the daily money flow is looking pretty good. This would make me think that the trend is going to continue to the upside. On top of that, again, you have your daily change of character. This is bullish, right? This is more indicative of a retracement and a continuation to the upside, not a huge dump. But it is mixed out there right now, guys, right? Like a lot of these past trades that we've taken have been very, very, very clear. Very, not obvious trades, but very like clean trades, right? Like trades with very good confirmation, right? There's the long that we're in from 59K. But these have been very, very clean. Right now we're starting to see mixed signals, right? So we have to change the plan a little bit and we have to let the dust settle, get our bearings. But this is what I'm looking at, right? Bearish divergences printing here. We'll see if we can get that little pullback into these zones. If not, and we continue up, the longs will continue to pay us out, right? But let me hide this major range here. So in the long term, you know, again, I feel like sometimes I don't cover the super long term enough, but let me just grab this fixed range, pull it all the way up here, and go ahead and hide it, right? So if like right now, as long as we're inside this range, right, and we have the bullish market structure, we could potentially anticipate higher lows, continuations up to that value area high, and potentially take that liquidity that we have sitting above $70,000, right? That is what I think is probably, you know, that's what I'm looking at in the bullish case. But if that light pullback, that small retracement decides to be bigger, you know, just remember, we still do have that liquidity sitting down at $57,000 to $58,000. Let's go ahead and pull that up. Come on. Come on. Where is it? Right here. $57,000. There is a whole lot of liquidity down here, guys. A whole lot of liquidity. I don't know. I got to turn off notifications for that. It pops up every single stream. But yeah, came and grabbed that liquidity. Are we going to come down and take that? Now, again, I'm not betting on that. I'm not shorting up here saying, hey, we're definitely going down there. I'm going to be handling it as a scalp with the opportunity of potentially turning into a swing. Well, you know, potentially, you know, maybe with them we go take that 58K liquidity. But that's the long term. We stay within this range. This is our context, right? Look to get above the POC, go to the value area high. If we reject the POC, we could just maybe, you know, play around in this range or potentially see the bigger drop. Now, if I turn off the larger range and we take a look at the 67K local range, this is the local kind of context I'm looking at, right? So another key level of support, right? As we looked at right here. Right? If we wind up getting the pullback, understand this value area high golden pocket retracement is confluent with the value area low. So very, 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 very key level here. $64,600. This is the local context. I'll even hide this, right? Just understand that that local golden pocket and POC are sitting just below this value area low. So let's say we get the bigger pullback. Let's say we do wind up getting a pullback here. Value area low, absolutely pinnacle. This is insanely key, right? So if we come down here, I will be taking profit, right? And then if we come down below that, that is simply where I shift my focus a little bit lower into this volume profile below, golden pocket 786. Maybe we play here, get back in, and then we continue up. But this is the local range. Value area low, 64.5. POC 67,385. Value area high 68,561. That's the local range. Don't get that confused with the larger range. That's the macro range. I think everybody's familiar with this, the infamous range of death here. But what are we going to see here? We'll have to, that's my plan, right? All I can do is tell you guys how I am handling this price action, how I am personally trading it. But again, we get that 8-hour bearish divergence, that 12-hour bearish divergence. Money flow also still kind of coming out here on the 12-hour. We'll have to see what it gives us. Trading as a scalp, looking for it to potentially turn into a swing. We let that hit us by surprise. We don't try to predict that move. We don't try to predict that swing trade right now. Looking at it as a scalp, if the winner runs, then great, extra profit. If not, we'll take our profit, and then we'll just continue on our move to the upside. So there you go. That's what we're looking at on Bitcoin, guys. We'll keep an eye on everything here. Big monthly naked point of control rejected. Liquidity has been swept. Doesn't mean we can't continue up, but it could give us a pullback. Just keep that in mind, especially with the bearish divergences printing. And again, if we continue up, I could be wrong, right? If we continue up that long, we'll continue to pay us out. Let me see. Bada boom, bada bing. And yes, I am still holding the long here on Blowfin. Up $1,700. I don't know if you guys can see that. You couldn't see it in the market update. There you go. Now you can see it up here. $1,700, 366%. I already have profits locked in on this. So again, this is running. I might even take some more profits on this soon, but just still holding this, right? Not just super bearish. We're still holding the long over here on Blowfin. And speaking of our deal with Blowfin, guys, we do still have a couple, or speaking of Blowfin, I should say, we do still have a couple of days left for our deal. If you guys want to get 15% cash back on your first deposit, where is it? Right here. Get 50% cash back here on your first deposit, guys, up until October 17th, up to $1,500, depending on how much you deposit. But really why I'm bringing this up, guys, link in the description down below if you guys want to check this out. The reason I bring this up is because if you use our link or a link for any of our affiliates, you will get access to our freemium section of the Discord, where we had the long setup from 59K, which is where we are getting the heavy bounce from right now. Now, not every single trade plays out. Not every single trade is a win, obviously. We lose some as well, but a lot of these are pretty fire. And it's not always trade setups either. You get one premium TA post per week. We do this every single day in the premium Discord, but the real reason I'm bringing this up is because when I tell you guys, if you use our links to get access here, please come read these instructions on how to get in. What I've been saying is, if you want to get in here for the free trade setups, free premium posts, it's like a free trial to the premium, just no limit. We don't kick you out after 7 days or anything like that. But here's the thing. I've been saying, come on over here, click unlock access, and then just click the exchange, type in your user ID, and then wait 72 hours to get in. That is not how it works. That is my mistake. When you sign up with our affiliate links, you must then wait. Sign up with the affiliate link. Come read the directions. If you want to get into the dining room, just please come, unlock access, read the directions. Everything is in here is correct. But sign up with the affiliate link, then wait 48 hours, at least 48 hours. Give it a day or two, because when you sign up, Tony D then goes into a spreadsheet once a day. So say you click it today, tomorrow Tony will check the spreadsheet, your name will be there or your affiliate will be there, right? He grabs you and then he puts you where the bot can find you, if that makes sense. So sign up with the affiliate link and then wait 24 to 48 hours, or let's just go 48 hours, right? Just come read this. Don't even listen to me, just come read this. But wait 48 hours and then come back and you should be able to put your user ID in. Sign up with the link, wait 48 hours, then come to the dining room, click this button, and put your user ID in. If you sign up, right now, if you click our link right now and sign up, and then you come in here and you type your user ID, they don't know that you're there. You have to wait until the next time, wait until the next day, 24 to 48 hours. Maybe 48 to be exact. But just come in here and read this, right? After sign up using one of the above links, please wait up to 24 hours while the users sync in our database. User IDs are updated every morning except for weekends. Once the 24 hours have passed, come back here, select your exchange using the buttons below. You will be prompted to enter your account user ID. The system will then check your user ID. When it's found in the database, you will be automatically granted access. Listen to this, not what Frankie Candle says. Shout out to Tony D. Come here and read the instructions. It's actually way simpler than what I made it sound like, but just come here and read it. I just had to clear that up because I've been saying sign up and then enter your user ID right away. You can't do that. You have to wait. So there you go. Shout out to Tony D. Said, I will be updating the dining room user ID list every morning around 9 a.m. So if you sign up tonight, try tomorrow morning. So there you go. Thank you to Tony D. Shout out to you, bro. We're actually working on updating this to make it fully automated. Tony's super AI brain is working on something to have this fully automated, so you can just sign up with the link and then hopefully just get in immediately. But that's the way it works. So come here, read that stuff. Just had to clear that up because we had a lot of questions, and it's all my fault, guys. It's all my fault. I'm never going to be good enough. I'm never going to be good enough, guys. I'm just kidding. Shout out to the Mafia. But let's see. Shout out to Mark Dutch, said on Bybit. We actually do not have a Bybit link, I don't believe. It is, right now, the ones in the dining room are, if you use our Femex, Blowfin, Mexi, or BingX links, you will be able to get in there. But Blowfin has the cashback bonus, so definitely check them out. 2 days left for that. Hey, shout out to Randy Hipper in the chat. What is going on, Randy? Welcome in. Thank you for hanging out. What is going on? My paisan. Shout out to Randy, my fellow New Yorker. Oh, God. Randy, eat a piece of pizza for me, Randy. Please, for the love of God. Have a bacon, egg, and cheese. Have a little chopped cheese for your boy. Shout out to Randy. What is going on? Hope you're doing well, Randy. Good to see you in here. But let me see here. I have been a little bit behind on chat here. Shout out to Querty. Let's go. Shout out to Querty. Thank you so much for gifting those memberships. Let's go. Shout out to Querty. And shout out to everybody who just got a membership. Go ahead and drop those custom emojis. Drop a sauce can, a purple candle, whatever you got. Drop a calf emoji in there. Shout out to Lobster. Let's see. Shout out to Jay Violet. What is going on? Bada boom, bada bing. Yo, shout out to Water Malone. Water Malone says, Frankie, please stop saying liquidity. Stop saying liquidity fast because it sounds like liquid ditty. Shout out to Water Malone. I'm sorry, bro. He said, gonna hide the baby oil. Or the mobile 5W30. Yo, shout out to Water Malone, bro. Yeah, I can't unhear liquidity either. I gotta say liquidity. Liquidity. Now I'm just going to say liquidity now. But anyway, let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Okay, let's go ahead and continue on. How do we get the free subscription? Shout out to Daily. They just get randomly gifted, brother. We have an amazing community here that just gifts those memberships constantly. So when someone's feeling, shout out to Tony D. Let's drop some memberships. Tony D, drop some memberships on the Mafia right now. Let's do it. Shout out to Tony. Actually, wait, hang on. Let's hit a like goal. Let's hit 500 likes. 500 likes, we'll get 50 memberships. So there we go. 500 likes, we'll get 50 memberships, and then we'll only need 50 more likes to give away 3 Frankie Candles hats on Friday's live stream. So with all that being said, guys, this is what we're looking at on Bitcoin. We're starting to get a little bit of a pull up here. So we're going to analyze this as we get those signals. If we get the actual signal to short, I will take it. But that's what we're looking at. So while we're waiting for this stuff to develop, let's go ahead and take a look at some altcoins. Shout out to Jordan. Said, can somebody gift me a membership, and then I'll thank you every day in the chat. Shout out to Jordan. But yeah, just make sure if you guys want to get. Hey, David Brumbelow, what is going on? Welcome in, David Brumbelow in the chat, guys. What is going on, David? Good to see you in here. Crypto Lady wants to see XRP. We can take a look at XRP first. Excuse me. First, I'm going to take a look at Ethereum. Then I'll take a look at XRP. But just make sure you guys have gifting enabled on your YouTube settings, or you won't be able to get a membership. Just keep that in mind. Shout out to Jordan. Says, I always like to stream while the intro music's still playing. Shout out to Jordan. Let's go. Getting those early likes in. Let's get it. Bada boom, bada bing. Yeah, run up those lights. 297. We need 500 for 50 memberships. Let's get it. Hey, shout out to D Crypto. What is going on? Said, checking in on my boy Frankie. What's going on, brother? Good to see you. Love your energy, NTA. Shout out to Stuart. Shout out to you, bro. It's that's one of the most common comments we get. Love your energy, or it's always it's either I love your energy. Shout out to this guy. I love your energy and TA, or it's what the heck is this guy on? And if you guys want to know, it's simply just Aztecian Cactus Moss Water. And I am just, guys, my drug is the CandleMafia. I am clean. I do not do drugs, but I do have one crutch, and that is the CandleMafia. Shout out to Retro Mike Tech, giving those 5 Frankie Candles memberships. Let's go. Shout out to Jordan. Hopefully Jordan got one of those. Make sure your settings are enabling. Make sure you have your gifting enabled, guys. Shout out to Retro Mike Tech. Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate you for gifting those memberships, and I know the Mafia does as well. The Biomex got a membership. Let's get it. Crypto Naughty. Dixon Apple Juice grabbing a let's go. Grabbing a membership. And we got Bufo on a beat. Shout out to you, bro. Getting that membership. Let's go. But yeah, let's take a look at Ethereum here, guys, real quick. Take a sip of that Aztec and Cactus Moss water. I'm actually looking for my regular water as well, which I cannot get. But here we are. I mean, Ethereum just still here, guys. I'll be honest. Like, the last few times we've looked at Ethereum, we're just still within our volume profile here. Like, not really too much to update. We got our value area high, which we did just SFP. We failed that value area high. And to be quite honest, as we were coming down here to that POC, guys, sure, we got the bounce. That was nice to see. But, you know, I would have rather see a move down to that value area low. But that is never promised, as we talk about, right? We do have liquidity sitting down here between 21 and, around 2,100 bucks. So I would have loved to come down, scoop some liquidity before getting a nice long to the upside. Not that you couldn't have scalp longed this. This would have been a beautiful, beautiful scalp long. But we took this on Bitcoin. And actually, yeah, 14%. What did it wind up being on Bitcoin? Yeah, about 14%, almost the same thing. But yeah, we just took it on Bitcoin, not Ethereum. But still just within this volume profile, guys. You know, what happened here was we came down, right? We have this fib from the high to the low. Came down, got the bounce, put in the lower high at the golden pocket, back down to the POC. And at this point, you know, you're looking to go from the value area low to the POC, back down to the value area low. But you don't always get that. Oftentimes, you go from the value area high, back down to the POC, back down to the low. But we just didn't get it. And then same thing here. Back above the value area, flip the value area low to support, POC, value area high. So, you know, just naturally, you would expect that value area low to come in, especially with that liquidity sitting down there. But we just didn't get it, right? You're not always going to get what you want. How does that song go? I don't even remember. You're not going to get what you want. What movie is that song from? I feel like I know that song from a movie. It's in the movie 21. I don't know how it goes. I'm not going to sing it, guys. I'm not going to get it. I'm not getting booed off stage here. I'm not getting booed off stage. I am actually a secret singer, guys. You guys don't know this. I got quite the golden pipes on me, let me tell you. Let's see. It's from many movies, I think. Yeah, probably. Let's see. It's from the P. Diddy movie. I don't even know if I'm going to get in trouble for saying that name on this live stream. 345 likes, guys. We're creeping up towards 550. But, guys, this is your range. Until we break out of this value area high, I am not going to be looking for, that you got to get above this value area high. Key level of resistance, 2634. Get above this, flip this to support. Sure, you have the golden pocket above you, but you've already rejected this beautifully to get back into the range. So I'm actually going to hide this golden pocket. Not that it's not relevant at all. Not that you can't reject this. Like, though, really, if we get above that, once we get above this value area high, if we hold it as support, I would more likely be looking towards the 786 at about 28.30, right? And then once we get above that, that's your doorway to $3,100 to $3,200 in my own personal opinion. So maybe something like this on Ethereum, but you have to break that value area high, right? If you don't break the value area high, we may have just swept the high, and then we may be on our way back down to the POC. But very hard to say right now, right? Daily money flow crossover into the green. This doesn't look bad. I would probably be doing the same thing I was doing on Bitcoin and anticipating a potential continuation to the upside, right? I'd be pulling my fibs from the low to the high for a potential, right? If we do come down here, we get a pullback, maybe a higher low on this golden pocket before finally getting a breakout. Because the money flow on the daily, right? You even have your 12-hour smart trail coming right through here. Not too shabby. But yeah, like for the most part, like this golden pocket, that would be a level to watch. I don't know if you're going to pull down that deep, but yeah, like daily money flow in the green. If that continues into the green, you're going to be looking for lackluster pullbacks to put in a higher low and then continue to the upside. And that golden pocket would be the full golden pocket of this entire move up. You could also look potentially at the local golden pocket here, but yeah, I don't know. I would probably rather look at the full golden pocket. Even if we don't pull down there, I'm fine with that. I would just, I wouldn't really feel comfortable, especially with the way that these higher time frames look, like VWAP on the 12-hour coming down. I would rather wait for the bigger move down. If I miss the move, that's fine. I mean, I'm not even really long in ETH anyway, right? I'm trading Bitcoin for the most part. But that's what I look at. I mean, this is your volume profile. Keep it simple, guys. Keep it simple. High, POC, low. Until you get above this level, we're looking to stay within the range. But very similar to Bitcoin, right? Like we're starting to get, no bear divs here on the 4-hour just yet. Little 2-hour bear div here. It's a little wonky, like 1 hour. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we take the liquidity above, right? Maybe you get something like this. Very hard to say. A little bit of a wonky day, to be quite honest, right? Maybe you come sweep this liquidity above the highs, because really there's no Like even here, like there's not really a nice bearish divergence. I mean, money flow is coming out. What's the 8-hour look like on ETH? Yeah, red dot's already confirmed. 12 hours, 10 hours already confirmed. See the 45-minute. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if you cool off, but like to be honest, like there's no real strong top confirmations up here. I'd like to see strong bearish divergences up here. I just don't see them. Like 4-hour bear div, like we don't have that, right? Not at all. But if we wanted to set up some of these medium time frame bear divs, right? 2-hour VWAP coming up. If you do happen to break this high, you know, I would again be careful as once you break above this, the value area high is going to be key support until proven otherwise. But if you get something like this, where you get the green dot on the 2-hour and you break the highs, putting higher highs on your price action, lower highs on your momentum waves, you get that bearish divergence. That could be a signal for a pullback. But we don't really have it on here. Like if we come to Bitcoin, right? You have the 4-hour, you have the 2-hour bear div, right? You have the higher highs on your price action, right? Whether you're looking at these highs or just kind of combining them all, right? Higher highs, lower highs, 4-hour, higher highs, red dot unprinting now. But if we were printing that still, 3-hour was printing as well. But if you get those bearish divergences to confirm, right? You have that on Bitcoin. You don't have it on Ethereum right now. But we'll see. I would rather at this point, I'd rather a bigger move up. Not a bigger move up. I'd rather a move up than an instant dump. Because to be honest, I did not take, I'm not in my short position here. So I'm looking for a short confirmation here. I'm not looking to short, on this dump. I'm not looking to short after this dump. I need to see something to enter. So yeah, we'll see. Maybe we can, reprint those 4-hour bear divs. But even the 2-hour, right? We have the divergences. We don't really have that on Ethereum at all, right? It's like not even there. So yeah. Little wonky price action, right? When you get those kind of washer machine liquidation moves like this, like things get really hard to read, to be quite honest with you guys, right? We have that liquidity though. Like this is, I talk about these liquidity heat maps all the time. Come up, swept a little bit of it, got a little pullback, right? Quick little $1,000, right? $1,000 a day keeps the doctor away. Even though I got stopped out at break even. Full transparency, guys. I'm not like bragging, right? $1,000. I was up $1,000 at 2 a.m, updating the Discord on my phone. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to lock this in. We have that liquidity sitting above. If we get a big rip up, I think it's going to be aggressive, setting my stop loss to break even for a risk-free trade, and I got stopped out at break even. But it just goes to show, right? Like you don't need big moves. You get a little move down like that, you can make decent money. Again, I didn't take that profit, right? Like I got stopped out at break even. I'm not bragging. It's not what this is about, right? I just like to show you that the TA works, right? And then what happens? You come grab that liquidity. So I don't know. Right now, again, I'm not forcing trades, guys. If we want to get nice trades like we've been getting, you can't force them. You have to wait for the actual confirmations. So just keep that in mind. But there we go. Come with the mafia to boss. What does that even say? And have a party. Hey, shout out to Jesse. We are having a party here in the CandleMafia, guys. Dixon says, Frankie, the only person in his neighborhood with spinning gold rims on his jet ski. Yo, shout out to Dixon Apple Juice, bro. Welcome back in, bro. Good to see you in here. Yeah, shout out to, I was actually, oh man, I got to, I was actually, Tony D is a big fan of jet skis. We should get a jet ski. We should, just for like, just as like a CandleMafia team building skill, we should just get a jet ski that, when we get stressed out, we can just go out and rip on the jet ski. But it's getting out of season now. We got to wait till next year. Let's see. Did I see the new Alien movie? Was it any good? Shout out to Wick. Is there a new Alien movie? Guys, I'm out of the loop, guys. I look at the charts and I work. I don't know the new movies. I don't know anything. I'm just kidding, guys. But kind of. It's like partially true, but not really. Let's see. Out of season in Hotlanta. Shout out to Tony D. Yeah, it actually gets way colder down here than I thought, guys. Should we relocate? Should we head out to should we move to like Puerto Rico? I don't know. I feel like I don't know. Okay, so let's continue on here, guys. We took a look at Ethereum. That's what I'm looking at. That's my analysis on Ethereum, if your grandmother calls it that. But let's take a look. I want to take a look at Solana real quick, see what we got going on here on Solana. We'll take a look at XRP. Shout out to Rob, the crypto snob. You got the night off, bro. Rob. You deserve it, bro. You work hard here in the Candle Mafia, getting those altcoin lists, etc., dropping those links. So I'm just gonna freelance. I'm gonna free ball the altcoins here. Shout out to Rob, the crypto snob. Turbo time. Shout out to Crypto Independent. We can take a look at Bitcoin dominance as well. Absolutely. Let's see. Yo, shout out to Randy, says jet skis are fire. It must be a New York thing. We all love jet skis. Jet skis are one of my favorite activities. Like, I could be on a jet ski for 19 hours. I'll stay on that thing until my grip wears out, until I can't hold the handlebars anymore. Shout out to Randy. All right, let's continue on. Okay. So on Solana here, guys, I mean, same thing, right? We're just within our volume profile. We've gone from the low to the POC, up to the high, rejected the high to the POC, and now we're just kind of lingering around in this volume profile. I'm going to pull this to the current and see what that gives us. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really change it that much, right? We got our daily. I'll kind of adjust this a little bit. Right, you got your daily level down here. I mean, these are still the levels I'd be looking at. No need to update this if there's nothing really new. This is your key level of support in the grand scheme of things. POC could be looked at as key support as well. But yeah, I mean, as long as you're up above this POC, next stop could be the value area high. But this is the range, right? Maybe we just kind of bing bong around here. If we break out of the range, very simply put, excuse me, the next big level would be $175 for Solana on that 786 retracement. But as of right now, I'm not really seeing a whole lot of instant signals, right? We've already gotten the move up. Like I said, a lot of these moves have happened, right? Like on Bitcoin, there's not really a much of a setup right now, right? Like the setup was down here at 59K. Get in the Discord. 59K was that move, or at least tune into the live streams because we talked about this live as well. But the move was down here, not longing up here. It was longing down here. But it doesn't mean we can't continue up. But same thing for Solana, right? Like the moves were down here, right? The long is not here, in my opinion. So yeah, kind of hard to say. I mean, I would say just, as long as we stay above this POC, like next level of resistance, value area high sitting at 162.25, break out of the value area high. I'll actually move this down just a bit. Break out of this value area high, I would be looking. Yeah, break above the value area high. All right, so this is 162.50. Break above this. Look to go to that 786. That's what I'd be looking at. But until then, just bing-bonging around the range here. Bing-bonging around the range. Let's take a look at XRP real quick. Bada-boom, bada-bing. I mean, nothing. Absolutely nothing. I mean, that looks flaggy, but I'm not a pattern guy. Do look flaggy, though. Not going to lie. I don't know. But let me see here. Let's pull up this chart. I believe this is our... oh, no. What am I doing? Let me pull up the live stream chart for XRP. I mean, to be honest, we looked at XRP yesterday, guys. There is not much to update here on XRP. Just simply looking at the same old thing. Same old thing. This value area is being respected. Below the low, back to the POC, to the high. Deviate above the high, go back to the POC, back to low, back to the high, back to the POC, back to the high, back to the POC. So you're kind of stuck in two major ranges here. Two major ranges. You have your big range here. Did I group this at all? I did. Thank God. These are the two major ranges. In the grand scheme of things, guys, I am bullish on XRP. Frankie Candles is an XRP bull. I do think this thing will have its day. But it doesn't seem like it's, it's been, basically sideways for, I guess, as long as Bitcoin, I mean, XRP has generally, for the most part been, I guess more sideways since back here. 566 days, over a year of just sideways price action. And then, this thing's been going sideways forever, but is this a giant accumulation phase? I don't know. But I will say, once we break above that 63 cent level, that's where you get the move to 83 and about $1.30-ish, right? That's what I'd be looking at from a technical standpoint. But if you're not, if you don't want to, if you're not paying attention, you don't care about the long term, that's the long term. That has remained the same forever. And again, I've talked about my upper targets, right? My bullish price targets for XRP in the long term. But, locally here, I mean, these are your two ranges, right? You have this local range here, value area low, 45 cents, value area high, 61 to 62 cents. Key resistance, key support. POC just kind of sitting right in the middle. So we lose this POC. I'd look to go down to the 786 at 48, and then the value area low at 45 cents. And then, in the medium term, that is the medium term range. The local range here is just, if we're not going to go to the value area low, let's look at this, right? 4 hour. Let's take a look at this. You have no bull divs down here, which kind of stinks. Yeah. I mean, these are your two ranges. Locally, value area high, right here at 62 cents. Like, that's the key level. Whether you're looking at the macro range, whether you're looking at this range or this range, like 62 cents is the level to decisively break if you want bigger moves up for XRP. I'm talking 80 cents. I'm talking $1, right? You got to get above 62, 63 cents. But locally, you have this little like mini range right here. And then medium term, you have the larger range, right? So, if we're not going to break the POC and go back down to the value area low, maybe we could look at it in this context for a little scout back to the upside. But I don't really see any setups here on XRP, to be quite honest with you, at the moment. Just kind of bouncing around that POC. I'd probably look at it in this context, to be honest. Break this POC, go to the 786 and value area low. Again, 48 to 45 cents. Other than that, this thing is an absolute snooze fest and has been for about 2-3 years. Unfortunately. Again, I'm not an XRP hater. I'm an XRP lover, guys. I have a lot of XRP. I hope this thing rips, but, I mean, this is just brutal price action. I feel bad. Hopefully we get paid out, but there is a lot of capital that I deployed on other assets that I would have, there came a time where I've accumulated a bunch of XRP, and I think to myself, do I want to buy this anymore? Or is this money better allocated to other assets? And I will tell you this. I am so happy I allocated that capital to other assets that actually moved. I'm glad I bought other altcoins. I'm glad I bought some more Bitcoin with a lot of those funds, right? Because that money has been now multiplied, right? Rather than just sitting sideways here. And you might say, well, yeah, but that you're going to get paid out eventually on XRP. Well, yes. Now I can take some of those profits and maybe buy the dip on after XRP starts to get a move or something. But we'll have to see what happens here. Absolute brutality here. I mean, this is insane. If we pull up the Bitstamp chart on XRP, I mean, I always say this, right? Like, this does look like the largest triangle I've ever seen on Earth. Like, this thing is going to break at some point, right? The closer this gets to the apex or the tip of that pattern, like, the more likely it's going to play out, whether that is up or down. I would think up, right? Once the bull market gets started, we'll get that move up. And they say the larger the base, the higher in space, right? But if it's going anything like what XRP has been doing recently, it's gonna play out all the way through here. It's not gonna break out until it gets all the way to the tip, and then it'll break out. I don't know, but this doesn't look bad for me. It doesn't look like a horrible chart in my opinion in the long term. What's that macro volume profile looking like though? Yeah, kind of weird. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, that's XRP. I know, it's a complete snooze fest, unfortunately. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Okay, let's continue on. XRP with hat. XRP with hat greater than XRP. Shout out to Flat Snack. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Thank you for zooming out. Shout out to Wick 589. Yeah, this is yeah, this will make us feel a little better. Okay, let's continue on here. We took a look at XRP. We took a look at Ethereum. We took a look. Let's take a look at Chainlink. I saw somebody calling out Chainlink. We'll take a look at Shiba. And then we'll look at dominance. We'll look at dominance and then we'll look at Sheep. All right, let's see. Chainlink. I mean. Ugh. Okay, so what I see on Chainlink, I'll give you the higher time frame here, right? Because like this is brutal, we're just sideways. This is brutal, we're just sideways. This is, we're just all sideways here, for the most part. But what I would look at here is the grand scheme of things. Macro 2021 upper range, a bing bong, bing bong, bing bong. We got the bear market into our accumulation phase. Bada boom, bada bing, bye 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 bye. Ba, 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 ba. Sorry, guys. Shout out to NSYNC. Anyway, is that NSYNC? I don't even know. Definitely don't know, guys. Actually, I'm not 100% sure. It's either Backstreet Boys or NSYNC. But anyway. Oh, God, why do they let me on the internet, guys? Why do they let me on the internet? I don't know. But anyway, huge accumulation phase, right? And then we wind up getting the breakout. Where do we go? Guys? This is very similar to what we're looking at on TIA, except a slightly different time frame. What happens? We break out. We break out, and where does price go? Price goes right to the previous area of consolidation, a.k.a. the previous area of value. What does that mean? It means Well, it just means that we went to the previous area of value. That was the level we had to get above and maintain in order to get the bigger move up, but we rejected it, and we got the bigger move down. But this is not necessarily a very bearish thing. Why? Well, we came back down to retest this range, right? So we got the big breakout, and then we get the retest of the range. This could be the start of a bigger move, potentially. Not financial advice. But if we pull from the high to the low, are we freaking out? No. Why? Well, very simply put, let me go ahead and hide some of this stuff just to clean things up. And let me get some of this. Hide this, bada boom. Hide that, you this, that, you know, bang, bang, all this stuff, bada boom, you never know. Anyway, sorry guys, like I said, I am exhausted right now. I'm like running on no sleep right now. So, but anyway, what are we looking at here? Pull your fib from the low, macro low to the high, bear market low to the high. If we were to flip bearish on this, we would have to break this 786. But what happened? We actually wound up holding it, right? This was a very key level of support. Whoops. Right here, 786, value area high, very key level of support, right? Because if sometimes when you break out of a range, right, even if you get a strong breakout like this, a lot of times you like to go back and retest, revisit the scene of the crime, you'll hear some people say. They just mean revisit the area where you originally broke out. And what happened here? We were simply revisiting the scene of the crime. Chainlink might be a nice altcoin, but it is a horrible, horrible criminal, guys. Never go back to the crime scene. But yeah, this is, you know, back test of that support. As long as we stay above these levels, we could wind up seeing the bigger move up. And, you know, again, this is very similar to what I'm seeing on TIA, right? TIA, except TIA's like hasn't had that move yet, right? TIA, now again, this is something that we have been bullish on all the way down here, talking about how this is a nice accumulation zone for TIA, in my opinion, right? Who knows? But it's a dump down, not financial advice. Don't listen to a crazy YouTuber. But, you know, we were, you know, it had gotten that 32, 35% move up since we were being, you know, looking at this as an accumulation zone. And that's not even the move that we were looking for, right? We were happy buying down, buying up, buying down. And I wasn't all the way back here. It was more here, right? Like buying down, buying up, buying down, buying up. We're fine with that, right? But, you know, from the value area low to the value area high is already a 35% pump. But the idea here is very similar. What happens if we get the breakout? Well, you're probably going to revisit that previous area of consolidation. This is where Chainlink kind of stayed in and then lost it and got the retest of the previous range, right? We got in, dropped down, retested, revisited the scene of the crime, right? Bada boom. And then this is where Chainlink is right now. But can we get this on TIA? Potentially. In my opinion, we look at something like the 2-day. This 2-day money flow looking pretty nice. Right now, it doesn't mean it's going to be instant. We could get a pullback maybe, right? But if that money flow crosses into the green on the 2-day, you know, TIA could have an opportunity to get some pretty strong rips in here, right? And you know, if you were buying TIA on the way up, right, like, and you don't think these are good prices, I don't know. Again, like, you know, this thing can go to zero. Who knows? I'm not trying to tell you guys what to buy. I can only share with you guys what I am doing. You should never copy somebody. That's not how you make money in this market. Bada boom, bada bing. Okay. Using ETH really sucks. You can't say it's good. Yeah, shout out to Corn Dog. I assume you're talking about the fees. Yeah, the fees are high. Typically. Can love the stream. Shout out to Elite Way ZZ. Hey, how's the likes going? 397 likes, guys. Run it up to 500. We got plenty of people in here to run it up to 500. Run it up to 500, and we're going to go ahead and what were we going to give away? Oh, we're going to drop memberships if we get 550 likes. Mrs. Candles, come on in here and show. We need some likes, Mrs. Candles. Come on in here and show some hand. Come show some hand. Come on. Mrs. Candles, we need the likes. All right, just show some hand. That was a nice catch. Shout out to Mrs. Candles. Mrs. Candles, show some hand. We need the engagement. We need the likes, Mrs. Candles. We're never gonna be able to give away any. We're never gonna be able to give away any Solana. We're giving away $100 in Solana, guys. And we're gifting memberships. Look at the hand, guys. Oh, she's mad. She's mad. Scentless. No scent. Mrs. Candles, that's an off day for the hand. I'm not gonna lie. How did you get your hand so scentless? Well, shout out to Mrs. Candles. Mrs. Candles being very shy right now. Sui, we can take a look at Sui, no problem. No problem. We can take a look at Sui. Shout out to Mrs. Candles' hands. Let's see. Yeah, Sheeb. We got Sheeb dominance. Let me write some of this stuff down. Sheeb dominance. Sheeb dominance. What was the other one I just said, guys? Sui. And we'll take a look at Sui. All right, let's move on. Mrs. Candles. Oh, she's looking for something. What do you want, Mrs. Candles? Oh, she wants the candle phone. What? What? Oh, okay. All right. Shout out to my mom's birthday, guys. It's my mother's birthday. It's Mama Candle's birthday. Shout out to my mom. I don't think she's in here, but shout out to my mom. It's her birthday. All right, let's continue on. All right, let's go ahead and see. Yeah, so Tia, kind of the same thing. 2-day money flow, this could look good, depending on what Bitcoin does, obviously. But let's go ahead. Let's pull up BTC dominance. Sorry, we're getting sidetracked here, guys. BTC.C, BTC.D. Yeah, Bitcoin dominance just still climbing here. 58%. Can we pull it? Yeah, I mean, this is going to be wonked out. Let's see here. I don't know what the heck this is. That must be old. I mean, let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Mrs. Candles is creeping, guys. What are you up to? Oh, Mrs. Candles. She's trying to figure something out. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'll be honest, guys. Let's see USDT dominance. I mean, this is climbing, right? Like, this is typically not great for altcoins. But I don't know. I mean, this is, honestly, you see Bitcoin dominance push up. And, obviously you don't want to see Bitcoin dominance pushing up for altcoins. However, if it's kind of weird, right? Because it's almost like when you're looking for a short on a pump. Like when something's pumping, it's not good for a short, right? But it's only not good if you're already in the short, right? But, this has to push up to top out, right? So, the higher this goes, the more likely it is to top out, which means the more likely it is to eventually see the altcoins run. But yeah, like let's look at USDT dominance, right? I mean, we could look at the let's look at the higher time frames here. I mean, weekly green dot, like maybe Bitcoin dominance has a little bit more to climb here based off the weekly green dot. But let's look at the USDT dominance real quick. I mean, look at this. Like some people would say you can't use volume profiles on this, but I mean, right to the golden pocket, retest on the value area low, pullback. I mean, hey. But yeah, I don't know. Daily. Let's see, weekly. Let's check the monthly. I mean, monthly VWAP coming down. I don't know. Kind of hard call here. Daily, money flows in the red. Yeah, I don't know. Kind of hard. I don't really have much to take away from this chart, to be quite honest. I mean, this level here, 5.1%. Like right here would be key support. Hold this. I mean, the idea here would be to hold support and then get back above this level. Like, this is your key level right here. And then that's where I think a lot of the altcoins rip, right? You get above here, alt season. Maybe. Who knows? That's what I would look at, though. But let's check out Sheep. Yeah, not much to pull from the dominance charts, in my honest opinion. It's not really my thing. I'm not like a huge, obviously I keep track of it and everything, and I do, obviously have charts marked up, but not really my thing. It's kind of something I check in very rarely. I kind of check in on the dominance, check in on the USDT dominance, like when it's relevant. I don't really see too much to pull from that chart at this moment. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. All right, so Sheep, right? Like, and same thing with Sheep, right? That we were looking at on Chainlink, that we were looking at on TIA. Upper range, bear market, accumulation, breakout into the old value area, get above the low, you look for the POC and the high, and then a retest of the prior range, right? This is, I mean, if we're going to see any kind of cycle repeat here, guys, right? Like, I mean, you almost lost that 786, but you reclaimed it, right? Like right now, key level on Sheeb, to be quite honest, is going to be flip that value area low. Same thing here. We looked at Sheeb before this breakout saying, hey, if we break out, get above that value area low, look to go to the POC and the value area high. And for some reason, Sheeb just absolutely like played out perfectly in the context of that volume profile. Just pull it up real quick, right? Got above the low, held it as support, right to the POC, rejection, right above the POC to the high. Can't make it up. Like, absolutely perfect. That's what you want to see on a lot of these altcoins. Again, same thing on TIA. That's what we would hope for, right? Same thing. Get the breakout, get above the low, go to the high. When next time we see, like, mega pumps, right, like the real alt season comes in, not every time we get a 5% pump and everyone says alt season, next time we actually see an alt season, that is what we're looking for. Flip of that low into the high. Unless TIA goes on a run of its own, which does happen from time to time. You'll see an altcoin just kind of go off on its own and do its own thing. Let's see. Vucci sent me here. Shout out to John Vucci, my paisan. Shout out to what does that say? Web novel author. Shout out to you, bro. We're gonna call you Arthur, just because that's what I think of when I see author. So shout out to you, bro. Welcome in, and shout out to John Vucci, my paisan. Shout out to you. What is going on? Let's see. I'm bullish on Amsterdam. Shout out to Lorenzo. Shout out to you, bro. I've never been to Amsterdam, but I'm bullish on Amsterdam too. I'd say that. I'd love to go to Amsterdam one day. Okay, so yeah, that's what I'd be looking at on Sheeb for the most part. Let's take a look at what we got going on. The 2-day and the 3-day, guys. Like, this doesn't look bad. Like, 2-day money flow about to cross over into the green. Unless this is some kind of fake out, which can potentially happen. You never know, right? Like, what happened here? Fake out into the green. I mean, nothing really too crazy, right? Like, but you can fake out into the green sometimes. But yeah, this doesn't look bad. Money flow crossing over into the green on the 2-day doesn't mean instant up. This is a high time frame. They do take time to play out. But really, like, if we see that money flow continue into the green and we continue up here, flip this week. We already rejected this weekly naked point of control. These naked points of controls, guys, are amazing places to look for trades. If you can find the confirmation on a naked point of control, oftentimes you get the reaction. Again, like, same thing on Bitcoin, right? Like, Bitcoin just rejected a crazy monthly naked point of control, right? And again, like the reaction off these levels are pretty wild. Bing bong, right into that monthly naked. Insane. But for Sui, yeah, I can get rid of this. This is tapped now. But, get above that value area low, hold it as support right into the POC, flip the POC into the high. Same thing as here, right? Very same thing. But 2-day money flow doesn't look bad. 3-day money flow doesn't look bad either. Now, again, doesn't mean local pullbacks aren't possible. 4-day. In the green, VWAP coming down. So, again, like these higher time frame VWAPs, again, pullbacks aren't impossible. But as far as money flow is looking on those higher time frames, coming into the green here, I'd be looking for potential lackluster pullbacks to put in higher lows and continue to the upside. You have that nice context of the value area above you. Let's see. Shout out to King Koopa. Yo, shout out to King Koopa, bro. I don't know what it is about. That's a fun name. I like saying that. King Koopa. I feel like it's a song. King Koopa. I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to make a rap about you, bro. King Koopa. He's a shooter. I don't know. Shout out to King Koopa. I like that. Is there a song that kind of sounds like that? Why am I getting like musically triggered by King Koopa? What is that? What is that? So, I don't know. I don't know why I'm being musically triggered here. But shout out to King Koopa. These hats are snapbacks. They are snapbacks. They are not fitted, unfortunately. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing for you. I don't know if you like snapbacks or fitteds, but they are snapbacks. These are snapbacks. They are Richardson 112s, the Louis Vuitton of hats. Just so you know, just saying. Let's see. Every song sounds like that nowadays. Hey, DC, you got a point. Bro. You're not wrong. Let's see. Yeah, smash up those like buttons, guys. 550, we get 3 Frankie Candles hats and 50 Frankie Candles memberships. Run it up, guys. I want to flash the lights. I want to do it, guys. I want to do it. Come on. Smash up those likes. 550. We're giving away 3 Frankie Candles hats and 50 Frankie Candles memberships. 500 for 50 Frankie Candles memberships. 550 for 3 hats. Let's get it. Bada boom, bada bing. Let's have an Amsterdam Frankie Candles meetup next summer. Hey, shout out to Scottish Crypto, bro. That would be absolutely sick. I'm panic liking. We want hats. Shout out to Peace Walker. Let's go. Smash that like button, guys. Hit it at least an odd amount of times. On the count of three. We can get to 500. We're at 460 right now. We can get to 500. One, on the count of three. On three, smash that like button and spam the chat at the same time because it'll put us into the YouTube algorithm and it will get us more people in here to smash the like button. So, on the count of three. On three, smash that like button. We're going from 460 to 500 in 5 seconds. 10 seconds. On three. Here we go. Before you said 500 for yeah. Shout out to Tony D. I corrected myself. 500 for memberships, 550 for the 3 hats. Here we go. We're already at 471. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Smash that like button right now. We're at 573. Let's run it up to 500 in 3, 2. Well, we already hit the like button. We're just counting down to see it jump up here. Spam the like. Spam the candles in the chat right now. Spam the candles in the chat right now. 575. Run it up. 500. And we're looking at 500 likes. We are also going to start looking at Sui. But to be honest with you guys, that's what I'm looking at on Sheeb. Pretty clean here. Back test, retest of that prior range. You know, money flow starting to come up. I think we can continue up here other than lackluster pullbacks or, you know, some local noise. Eventually, once we get above that low, you know, right here at 2051, you know, X amount of zeros, 2040, 2050. Once you get above that, that's your doorway to higher prices. Spam it up, baby. Spam it up. 518. Let's go. Shout out to the Candle Mafia. We got it, baby. We got it. Tony D, drop those memberships, baby. We got 500 likes. Let's get it. Let's get it. We'll party again once he drops those memberships. Shout out to the Mafia. Thank you guys so much. And we're going to drop those 50 memberships right now. Make sure you have the gifting memberships, the gifting option on your YouTube account enabled, or you cannot win the membership. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. We should start doing members-only streams. That would be sick. That would be absolutely sick. Yo, shout out to Crypto Kid. He said he smashed a like. That's my favorite joke, bro. I smashed a like so hard it's coming at me for child support. Oh, God. Shout out to the Mafia. But, yeah, this doesn't look that bad. But that's what I'm looking at on Shiba. Let's take out Seep. Oh, there we go. Shout out to Frankie Candles with the 50 Frankie Candles memberships. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Shout out to Frankie Candles. Shout out to Frankie Candles. Let's get it. I'm Frankie Candles. That's Tony D. He's doing it for me, guys. Tony D hacked my account to gift the Mafia memberships. Let's go. Shout out to Crypto 8. Welcome to the Mafia, bro. Shout out to Chauncey. Welcome to the Mafia. Shout out to HD Crypto. Welcome to the Candle Mafia. Gen Z with another membership. I think you've gotten one before. Mars Solo, welcome in, bro. We got, I think I said Ricky Rich. Shout out to you. Where we got? JD, we got JD with a membership. We got Ryan Smith with a membership. Let's go. Shout out to everybody in there. Make sure you have those settings enabled. And shout out to Tony D. Thank you for gifting those. And we're almost at 550, guys. We're giving away the hats at 550 as well. It's like I don't know. This is like a giveaway stream. Let's get it. But yeah, let's take a look at Seep, or Sui, as the lames call it. I'm just kidding, guys. Oh, there we go, guys. Or what was that? That was a high time frame. So here we are. I don't remember exactly. You get one. Yo, shout out to Mark Dutch. Let's get it. And you. And they're still coming in. Shout out to V-Sun. Shout out to Sam. Shout out to Anthony Fonseca, my paisan. Indigo Mafia. Shout out to Indigo Mafia. We got multiple Mafias out there. Let's go. Liquid Diddy. Shout out to Jesse. Yeah, unbelievable. Let's go. Everybody's getting memberships. That looks like more than 50. Shout out to Tony D. He's draining the account. Let's get it. But yeah, we have come above these all-time highs, guys. We have hitting these all-time highs. 5-day VWAP. I mean, listen, guys. Sui has had quite the month here, right? One of the only green things in September, 152% in 1 month here. Absolute massive upside. And we have taken out the all-time high, right? Now, not that it's bearish, but, as we've grabbed that liquidity above, we could potentially get a little bit of a continuation down, right? So, yeah, I don't remember. When did we come take that high? This was on over the weekend. So, yeah, I think last week we were looking at this, like, next stop being the all-time high. If you don't get the SFP, right, which you got on the higher time frames, right? Not really, though. It's really only on the 5-day. But, this is going to be resistance, right? I don't know how far down you're going to come here, but wouldn't be surprised to get a little bit of a pullback. This thing's been on an absolute tear. 2-day red dot printing. Money flow in the green. Keep that in mind with other this looks good for, I think this looks good for a continuation. but not just an immediate continuation, right? Like this thing is like, if you look at things in, nothing goes up in a straight line forever, right? Things go up in straight lines, but not forever, right? So yeah, like I would still be bullish on this as such, based off the 2-day money flow, right? That would, and 3-day money flow, as long as these continue into the green, the idea would be lackluster pullback off the red dots. Money flow indicates the longer term trend. Red and green dots indicate the ebbs and flows in the market, right? So if this crosses into the green, we are going to be looking for the continuation to the upside. But that doesn't mean that these red dots can't give us pullbacks before continuations, right? So I'd be careful of pullbacks here. And the levels I would look at, pull from the low to the high here. Bada boom. Bada bing. Like this value area high, golden pocket 786 zone right here is going to be key. Sitting between $1.90 and $1.74. Right? $1.76, $1.75, right? Like this zone right here is going to be very key. Come down. If you hold above this, maybe you go for all-time highs, right? And depending on what market cipher looks like at that point. If you do go for that, the next target to the upside I would look at is going to be, I believe, pulled based off this fib. Yeah. Next zone would be next all-time high, in my opinion. Look at the 258 to the 289 zone, right? So if you pull back, you could pull back deeper, right? Just remember, you could pull back deeper. But let me go ahead and hide this 786 and golden pocket real quick. So yeah, maybe you pull back here. Maybe you get a deeper pullback. Potentially, I would watch it. Shout out to Mrs. Candles. What's up? Mrs. Candles I think Mrs. Candles is lonely right now. She is lonely, she said. All right, well, Mrs. Candles, we got to pay the bills here, Mrs. Candles. We got to pay the bills. I'm just kidding. But, yeah, could get the pullback. But once you go into all-time highs here, 258 to about 289. But I would be careful with these red dots on the, 2-day, 3-day, bear divs here. You could get the pullback. I'd look for this being the first level of support to be looking at. And then if you're going to get a bigger pullback, I have the golden pocket hidden here. Let me change that. POC. Like if we lose this level, I'd be looking down to the POC about 150. So it's very hard to call. Like, are we going to get this or are we going to get that? Or are you going to go all the way back down to the 786 at the value area low? I don't know, but this is your context for the move down below, right? You get the pullback. I'd be looking at that lower range, right? So there you go. First level being that golden pocket value area high zone. And then reassess the situation. Is it looking bullish here, or is it looking bearish here? If it's looking bullish, maybe you get the bounce. Is money flow and VWAP coming back up? Maybe it is. If not, it looks bearish. I'd look down to the POC, lose the POC, look down to go to the low. Very simply put. There you go. And there is Sui. Be careful of the pullback there. All right. So there you go, guys. Give me a pullback that either destroys me or sets me free. Shout out to Peace Walker. Let's go. All right, let's see. I am green no matter how gray this name is. Shout out to Elite Ways ZZ. Dang, Elite Ways missed that membership, but that's okay. Shout out to Elite Ways. You will get one at some point. I promise you that. Shout out to Highly Trained. What is going on, bro? Thank you for the super chat. Said I joined the Mafia today. Bing bong. Shout out to you, bro. Welcome in. We're happy to have you. Welcome to the most positive and the most friendly, as long as you don't piss them off. I mean, they don't call us the CandleMafia for nothing. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke, guys. It's a joke. I'm from New York, but it's a joke. Anyway, shout out to Highly Trained. Welcome into the Mafia, bro. Welcome to the greatest crypto community out there. We appreciate you, bro, and we look forward to having you, bro. Welcome in. All right, let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Moon time, baby. Shout out to Programmed Scarcity. I think that's what that says. Can we take a look at Uwu? Probably, if I could just guess by that name, probably not. Yeah, no. Unfortunately, this is probably something we'd have to look at on something other. Yeah, there's just not enough price history here for me to do anything with that, unfortunately. But yeah, Turbo, we could take a look at Turbo. Bada boom. Let's take a look here. Turbo time. Let's see. Why'd I type in turbo time? Come on. Where is our turbo chart here? Maybe it's on this chart. I think it's this one. Bear with me, guys. We're going to find it. No. The XC chart? No. Well, this has the most price history, so this is what we're looking at. All right, let's see here. Bada boom, bada bing. All right, well, this is a breakout. I mean, hey, people always ask me, Frankie Candles, I get it. I know the volume profiles. I get how they work, but how do you know if they're going to break out? Simply put, you can look at money flow. Money flow crossover into the green on the daily would have made this breakout and a long, if you caught it from down here at the value area low, it would have made that long very likely to play out to give you the bigger breakout. But turbo here, let's pull up these extension levels real quick. Bada boom, bada bing. Come on. Zoom in here a bit. I got to figure out how I can use my ultra-wide monitor while also allowing you guys to still see everything, because we had trouble with that, and for some reason, I don't know why it doesn't work. I think I have to change my canvas size on OBS, actually. But let's see. Yeah, so, I mean, this is where we would have looked. I don't know if we looked at this yet on the stream. We look at so much stuff here, it's hard to remember exactly what. But this would have been the next zone to be looking at on turbo. If we did look at it, this was, if we broke the all-time high, where we'd look to come into. About, you know, I'll just call it, yeah, 1 cent. Yeah, this is what, I think we did look at this. Yeah, I think we did look at this. Let me see. Do we have stuff hidden here, maybe? Yeah, I think we did. I think we did look at this. Yeah, I don't know what chart it was, but I'm pretty sure we did look at this. Yeah, 1 cent up into about 0.014. That's the next zone, right? I wouldn't be surprised if we get a cool off here, but if we do continue up, I would simply be looking right here between about 0.021 and 0.018. If you continue up, that's the next major target. But again, I'd be careful, right? Like, man, maybe you get a bear div here on the daily, but it's not looking too strong. But yeah, you're getting, pretty big bear divs here on the 2-day. 16-hour red dot printing. Come down to that 45-minute money flow. So if you get that 12-hour red dot, I mean, yeah, there's no div here, right? Like, it's not really a lower high. It's kind of a equal high. Still a divergence, but yeah, if you get that 12-hour red dot, I'd be looking at that 45-minute money flow crossover into the red to start the bigger move down, right? So if that money flow crosses into the red on the 45-minute with the 12-hour red dot, that is where I would look for the bigger move down. But for the most part, it's not looking too bad, right? Doesn't mean you can't continue up. Right? I mean, 2-day money, all this money flow has been in the green forever. We don't have a lot of price history to work with here, to be quite honest with you. But if that daily money flow stays in the green, could look for higher lows potentially to continue up. But very simply put, I would let the dust settle here. Next big target to the upside, sitting right up here at these levels. You guys can pause that and read it because I don't want to mess them up for you. And then if you pull back, I would probably just be looking at your fib from the low to the high. Whoops, from your low to the high. Get rid of the 786. Let me actually hide that. So yeah, golden pocket sitting right here. I will pull those, mark that out right here for you. You could take that. You could take these levels, pause them. Again, I don't want to butcher them for you with all those zeros. And then you have the value area high 786 sitting right about here, right? So if you do pull back, could look for move down to the golden pocket. Again, you could pull from this low to this high. It really depends. There's a million different local levels, but in the grand scheme of things, I'd probably be pulling this fib or this fib, right? So these are kind of the big levels that I would look at for pullbacks, right? Let me turn that blue for support. Let me turn that blue for support. Let me turn that blue for support, right? So these are going to be the three major levels that I'd be looking down at, right? Maybe you come down here, bada boom. Maybe you come down to the value area high, ba boom. Once you lose that value area high, I'm looking for a bigger pullback. Very simply put, looking at that value area down below. Down below. Okay, there you go. Bada boom. Right there. So there you go. That is what I'm looking at on turbo time. I don't know why I always say turbo time, guys. But with all that being said, guys, I think we're running a little bit late here. I got to get out of here. Mrs. Candles, I don't know what is going on with Mrs. Candles. She's like bugging me like we have something to do. God, I hope it's not an anniversary. I'm just kidding, guys. I know it's not an anniversary. Anyway, but yeah, with all that being said, guys, that's all the time I got for tonight's live stream. Thank you all for tuning in, and thank you for running us up to 550 likes. Let's get it. We're going to be giving away 3 Frankie Candles hats, or Frankie Candles trading hats, I should say. We will be giving away 3 of these now on the live stream on Friday as well as the 50 Frankie Candles memberships, which you already gave away. But we will add the 3 hats to the giveaway on Friday, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Shout out to anybody who's new here in the Mafia. Welcome. We're happy to have you. Smash that like button. Make sure you're subscribed, and make sure you have notifications set so you don't miss any of our urgent market updates. I saw you guys shouting that video out in the beginning of the chat. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Same place, same time, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Shout out to Runners for Nerds. Shout out to Theo Rodriguez. What's going on, Theo? Shout out to Terry. What is going on, Terry? Said, take it easy, Frankie. Bing bong. Shout out to Tony T. Tyler Durden. Well, shout out to Tony D, too. But shout out to Tyler Durden. Shout out to Rob the Crypto Stomp. Shout out to Crypto Billy, Crypto Anon, all the mods, and all of the Candle Mafia. Thank you, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Same place, same time. Let's keep crushing these charts. Hasta pasta. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.
Look what's next for me, Joe. I'm gonna get that second bell. Where the is it? They should have had them 2 bells ready. Spit shine for me.
Yeah. Head up in the clouds, dog, they saying I look stressed. I've been feeling down, pray to God that I'm up next. Remember when she blew me off, that's why I can't text. Now she call me petty, but I swear I can't forget. This ain't a test. Now they saying that I ball like Jerry West. Coming back for what is mine, can't take no less. I said go and take a shot, so I need your best. And stop the threats, don't know what is in me. I don't got time, I'm not giving the energy. Too many people around me, I'm finicky. I do not mess with you, dog, you're not kidding me. You don't got way too close. I been up at the top now, so they all wait for the landslide. I seen too many people that switched up, whose man's high. Through it all, I stay the same, I swear to God, I can't lie. Been down so damn low that I came up for my life. They talk way too much on the internet, it's not real life. I swear my fam waiting, I can't lose, and I'm still right. Still right, I swear that I'm working them up till like midnight. It's real life, I got a time and I'm coming to get mine. In time, I cannot lose and I'm coming right inside. I'm in my, yeah.
Shout out to VW John. Said fake out 3-2. I'll say the 1. Shout out to you, bro. I didn't know what I was going to do for the fake out. But I really got to call my mom. It's her birthday, guys. Wish my mother a happy birthday in the chat. I'll send her a video of it. Shout out to you guys. Hasta pasta. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go, yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming, I'm a landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command, like, yeah, you about to see me on demand, like, you know, on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't ever going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go, yeah, at the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah, on the road, here we go, here we go. Here we go, top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor.